Greetings.
Got the forge hot, stranger. If you need repair work for armor or weapons, I'm your man. I came here with nothing, but managed to build myself a nice slice of life. The gnomes even invest some money here. Was one of the wretches working for Motus Mining in Apatir. Got out before the sickness gods rest them, but I've been here for years now. Aye, a vile thing in Apatir. Spread like a cold, killed like a plague. I can provide you with some smithing if you need. Repairs or salvaging, whatever's at hand. Aye, and I suppose you're here to preach the virtues of helping my lazy neighbours. More like buzzards. I've been there before. I know what life is like in the gutters. I'll pay my part, aye. But it's you that's more deserving, I think. Here's some coin. All right, then.
What can I do for you?
Care to browse? I can promise you'll always find the goods you need at Semble's. Care to browse? Share them with who? With... Oh, I see. It's not enough that I scrape out something for myself. You can't succeed in this city without someone coming to collect. Selfish, am I? I've worked hard for my money. Most of those loafers couldn't say the same. They only prey on others or beg for a living. Share them with who? With... Oh, I see. Fine. Let's see my hard work feed beggars and vagrants. And why should they work when I can support them, right? Well, I'm not the only one losing money here. You'll be paying more than anyone else in my store, that's a promise. Weren't raised here, but it's home well enough. But the only place in Tyr that doesn't feel like the wind will blow it away. Came here with my father more than a few years back. Poor Dad died a few years ago, and I just took up the business when he did. Been here since. Don't rightly got one type of stock here. I tend to sell all manner of things you might need while roaming the wastes. Please, come by again.
Yes? What?
Shopping for books?
I have reagents, potions, and recipes for sale, if you're interested in alchemical wares. I knew better than to think my prosperity would go unnoticed. It seems all my success helps others instead of myself. Generosity is not something seen that often here. If not in my neighbors, I might place my trust in you. I'll donate to the poor, and why not to you as well? I'll be here. What?
Yes?
Welcome, stranger. There are always prayers to Mitharu, but few answerers, save those from Redalmain. Have you come to help? The gnomes do not keep the faith of Mitharu. That much is enough for me. Mitharu is the great order of the world, who grants purpose and structure to all life. Mitharu and Riddlemane guide my work. Riddlemane has much, but he understands that he cannot enact the change that could help us without jeopardizing all of our safety. Indeed, Mitharu smiles on a few, and it is their responsibility to share such providence. Your service will not go unrewarded. It is one of sorts. It is a board of petitions made by those of the Hospitalis quarters. I keep it for the good of this place. Be pious.
Yes? What? Intruder! Yes? Yes?
You there! Halt! Don't let me catch you making trouble again. You don't belong in here!
What?
Belong in here?
What? Welcome, stranger. There are always prayers to Mitharu, but few answerers, save those from Riddlemane. Have you come to help? Though the gnomes are capable of greatness, Mitharu does not smile on those that take from the meek. You have restored them, and ourselves. Be pious.
So, looks like you've done your share of the legwork, eh? Happy to pay someone that's dear to us. Take this coin. You've earned it. Now, I don't think there was anything else, was there? So long.
Greetings.
What?
Fancy a chat?
What? What?
What the hell are you doing here? If you're going to stand out there and gape at me, you're going to get us both in trouble. Really? I've been in here so long, I thought they would have all forgotten about me. This means a lot to me. Thanks, mate. Bet it's a lovely city to be in for a gnome. For outsiders, it's a place of burden. They make it uncomfortable, so we might leave. I only stole a loaf of bread, and for that I'm sorry. But I've been in here for weeks. The gnomes like to think their city shouldn't need jails, but they'll use any excuse to throw one of us quarterlings in here. Just another Burke trying to scratch a living in this desert sand. But it's easier to survive out there than in this blasted city. Half-men bastards. They'll look for any reason to throw one of us outsides into this brig. They're trying to intimidate us. Get going.
Yes?
Hello, hi.
So the scriptures of Mitharu have been handed to us. I too have been asked by Reddle to hand these words to the denizens of all that can help. Esclad Tyner is a troubled man, but many are those who need redemption. Though he may have wronged, he must not lose his spirit. Be pious.
I see you.
Yes. Yes.
Please tell me you've made some discovery about the letter. It must be recovered before too long. It was sent to Rathir via courier. A traveller by the name of Paron Well. She was the last to see the letter. She must have some idea of what happened.
Fair enough.
Please tell me you've made some discovery about the letter.
Fair enough.
What's needed?
I'm telling.
Greetings. Who's there? Well, look at you. Don't seem to be quite as busy as the other humans working the scaffolding. You might be perfect. Listen, stranger, would you like to earn a bit of coin? No sweat off your brow, promise. I don't know all the details about it. I assist many scholars with their works here. I know that Scar in the Rain was involved in linguistics. It's safe to say the experiment will likely be some verbal study. Scar in the Wren has quarters in the Basilica Nostra. Speak with her and she'll get you started. You need to speak with Scar in the Wren in the Basilica Nostra. She'll tell you what to do. Every now and then, the scholars take an assistant from the laboratories in the walls to the Basilica. Right now, that's me. The Basilica is where the scholars of Odessa reside. Not many assistants there besides me, but I manage. The scholars are the most educated gnomes. You could say they are the thinkers of our society. Lost? The Basilica Nostra is home to Edessa's scholars. The Forum is the center of Edessa, and behind that is Livrarium, Edessa's library. The Consistorium is, well, under construction. Even in its unfinished state, the Forum is a perfection of architecture, a fitting place for the seat of our government. Livrarium is our storehouse of knowledge. The works of many scholars, sages, historians, and mages can be found within.
What? You wish to speak?
Well, our newest guest, I hope you are enjoying the Sandstone Villa. It is a lovely building. This city will be a beacon to all of the other races, to let them know of our artistry, our resilience, and our mastery of knowledge and magic. The art of rhetoric is essential for any Templar to master. And of course, I excel at it more than anyone. But such knowledge is better shared, agreed? I sponsor many of the scholars of physiology and humoral applications in the Basilica Nostra. With all that's happening, the world will need healers. The Templars are the leaders of the gnomish people. We are many, and sometimes at odds, but we have the goodness of our people, all peoples, in our heart. Be well.
You wish to speak?
Hello, aye.
Blessings to you? You wish to speak?
Hello, aye.
Blessings to you?
Yes? Yes.
What?
What?
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, he expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. The White Palm are hardly thugs. Simply finding them cost me a small fortune, when I expect to be reimbursed with this failure. You are a child. These crimes, as you call them, shall be my final triumph. Innocent blood has been the price for this research. But the Well of Souls is priceless. It is worth every sacrifice. I do have one confession, though it's not the one you seek. If a fight is what you desire, you will find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the Well of Souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. You're certainly welcome to try.
If setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, Gnome Society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. Ventrinio Desalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Edessa's political buzzards are circling.
You wish to speak?
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon. I'm afraid the dark wood of Cluricon still hides our Tuatha enemies. But this young lady, Aileen Shear, says she has a solution for that. When you reach Ventrinio, beware. He is certainly a genius, but complicated. He may try killing you the second time for good measure. His mind may be dangerous, but it holds the secret to entering Alabastra, and you must find it. Unfortunately, research on the Well of Souls will be put on hold. Octien organized it in secret, and the other Templars will want to learn all they can of it. But I do not think I'll be idle in the meantime. With Octien out of the way, there will be need of a new Templar in Edessa.
Well, when I sent O'Dern to recruit subjects, I didn't think I'd find one quite as tall as yourself. But he has done well. In fact, I'd say you make the perfect test case for my newest work. The Basilica is currently funding more remote experiments than ever before. Why would they do so much work externally? Makes it difficult to keep track of it all. I've specialized in the study of languages and discourse. Of course, the Basilica sees no end of political applications for my research, so I'm happy to be well funded. Not all the scholars are dedicated to academia. Some, like Eilili Ehrencourt, are put on bureaucratic duties between projects. It's not always ideal. In so many words, yes, I'm developing a potion vital for future diplomacy. One that will let the user understand foreign tongues. but it requires calibration. Currently, the potion grants universal understanding, but it will not properly permit speech. I will administer a new formula. The spells in my lab shall localize the effects, so I can ask a few questions of you in various tongues. Yes. Now, I will just administer the potion and we can begin. Yes?
Well, look at you.
If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Well, on to the next question. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Summer? I see. Here is my final question. There is an army of Fae named the Tuatha. Tell me, where are they from? Well, that was less successful than I would have liked, but the data will be useful to me nonetheless. I'm happy to have had your help with this. Take these potions as a reward with my thanks. Yes?
I've waited so long for these. There are some things you simply cannot do with ordinary blades. Beautiful, exquisite things. The city has no parallel, and it's only half built. I can't even conceive of all the contributions we will make to these lands in learning and policy. It is where the greatest minds of the gnomes, the scholars, can determine the underlying rules and laws of existence. From here, our power is born. I got my start doing vivisections in the laboratories. I showed enough knowledge of humoral balance and physiology that I was asked to join the Basilica. My colleagues are always at the forefront of research. I must stay at my best to keep up. Very well.
What?
Looking... Would you care to sell? Sorry, I mean buy. Would you care to buy something? Come again.
Then the task is completed. I had hoped Mare might return, but it is not. Take this ring. As a reward. I've no need for it. She is not coming back. I shall be resolute. I will persevere. I know I shall. Now, for your part, the Hierophant has ordained another theft. Will you take part? The amulet is in Rithen. The Hierophant seems to hold it in some special significance, but as to why, I do not know. You were specifically requested to perform it, along with a traveler of Moon Camp named Phasma Hume. Yes, the Hierophant was adamant that you and Phasma, but Phasma is no faithful. Why would we support a blasphemer? He came to our number recently, and his lack of respect is contemptible. The Hierophant gave him an opportunity. Hopefully, he learns the error of his ways. Go and pray before the Hierophant. There you will find your next task. Good luck to you.
You have come. Good. Now that you are ready to continue, I know what must be done. You and Phasma Hume are to steal the Amulet of Rithen. The unbeliever has been attentive for once. He is eager to prove himself, so he will help you on this mission. The amulet is the object I want you to steal. That is the only information you require. Rithen is a labyrinth of curious make. You will work with another traveler, Phasma Hume, to navigate its depths. Phasma does not take his worship of the Hierophant to heart shade. He will learn the need for respect during this job.
What? So you got all that right? The Hierophant is sending us to Rithen. I always took the Hierophant for a horned beast. Telling thieves what to steal, telling the free to worship. Some leader. I came here looking to get away from orders. But it seems you travelers follow commands like everyone else. I left a life of luxury behind to become one of the travelers of legend, like Spinning Tom or even Mare and Irian in the old days. I left the law and rules and trappings when I joined up, only to be saddled with a new seer. More like a new overseer. Right, here I am, jabbering like a thrice-damned malt worm. Or the Hierophant, take your pick. You go to Rithen by the main entrance. I'll take another path, and I'll meet you in there. Heard about that, did you? It seems that we're starting to be recognized if the Hierophant asked for us to steal it. Ain't ashamed to say I figured our guy to be nothing but a barrel-gated loggerhead. But maybe they'll do right by me this time. Runs the show, literally. Thinks we should all be in garters and lip paint. His wife, Mare, used to keep him in control, but now she's left him. Can't imagine why. Mare? Well, she seems like a talented enough woman, but she's soft-headed for that damned Hierophant. I heard about her leaving Irian. Maybe the time away from the old seer will give her some clear thought, for once. Mooncap is fine. I mean, it seems all the travellers would rather rob a noblewoman's rouge than her purse, but I'm not judging. The leadership here does lap up the words of the Hierophant, though, like a bunch of mangy curs looking for a morsel. Place is ghostly, dankish and strange. All of Tywilly was scarred by the war. But now, the tower's full of deserters. A great traveller's name is on the lips of every tavern maid, given enough time. They're the ones with true legacy. Keep going. So, you made it. Remember, there's more than just your reputation on the line. I hope you're ready. Right. Looks like there's a lever on my side. Looks like it opens something on your side. Remember me? Made it through fine, I see. Time to return the favor. The way forward is blocked. Can you see a lever on your side? Remember me? There's a problem. I can't find a way forward anymore. I didn't see anything that would help us. I think you're up again. Is there anything on your side? Remember me? What was that? Oh! Oh, hell!
Get him off!
looks as though we made it, despite what the Hierophant predicted. So much for her vaunted prophesying. Yeah? What? Ah! It burns! I can't move!
Ain't this a sight to take in? My own little dove, all grown up and robbing this place with no care for want nor cause. Took a bit of doing to track you and poor Phasma down here, but when I heard what job you were on, I had to find you. The Hierophant had it in for me. Meant to see me on a noose for not being a quiet little servant. So I left the Travellers. I guess as long as I got a message, it didn't matter if I was dead or not. Hierophant's mistake. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant, and that all brought me here, to you. I've been off in the dark for a while, Dove, and I'm sorry for that, after all you did for me in own stand. But I had to go underground. I had to do a little digging, and I found a bit, Dove. I found quite a bit. I told you the Hierophant set me up. Well, just in case you had any doubts, the Hierophant set you and Phasma up here. Think, Dove. True, Phasma ran his mouth about the Hierophant, but you're a separate case. I did some digging. The Hierophant sees all, knows all, so they say. Except you, and that makes you a threat. You were both sent here because the Hierophant knew at least one of you would be cursed. So I came to help. We helped poor Phasma. I heard the job would take you to Rhythm, and I learned about the amulet. This gem should be able to negate the curse. Give it to Phasma, will you? It's most likely what's behind this insurrection. Some amulet of Telogris disguised as a gift. Always check a gem for flaws, Dove. The Hierophant had it in for me. Meant to see me on a noose for not being a quiet little servant. So I left the Travellers. I guess as long as I got a message, it didn't matter if I was dead or not. Hierophant's mistake. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant, and that all brought me here, to you. Strange place, ain't it? The old captain here got fed up with the army's incompetence, so now they're in revolt. Use that gem I gave you on the amulet that cursed him. That should set him right again. You see to Phasma yet?
You saved me. When I was trapped in that curse, I didn't know what would happen. But you saved me. And Grim's here. Grim Olwig? They said he was dead. You should speak to him. It looks like you're the one he came for. Let's move.
Good to see Phasma's back among the moving. Let's make sure we don't let the Hierophant get him. If you see Irian, tell him Phasma died. But on to other things. You've been running around these lands like a good traveller, Dove. But now, I have a job for you. We've all tasted the Hierophant's malice. Now let's make sure we return the favour. I got a plan, Dove. We're doing more than getting our revenge. We're removing the Hierophant from power to rule the Travelers no more. The Hierophant meant for me to die while stealing a certain book, the Missives of Sable, which was claimed by the gnomes after we left. I can think of no better weapon for my revenge. But the gnomes have hidden it away. I need you to steal the Glass of Ambien to help us locate it. It's unlucky, Dove, but it's your lot. The Hierophant sees all, knows all, except for you. It's an ancient bit of Irathi magic. It's older than these lands. Or even older than the Fae, I reckon. With the right thought, it shows the object of one's desire, if it be a familiar thing. Meaning we can use it to find the Missives once more. Look, Dove. The Hierophant don't know we're alive, and when we're found out, we'll be in danger again. But it's worse than that. The Hierophant's not just getting rid of dissidents, they're keeping the Travelers untalented, and thus dependent. In time, the Travelers will be nothing more than suckling babes, dependent on the Hierophant for survival. It's in an old Irathi ruin to the south, called the Blackened Hall. Between you and the glass is an army of demons and 3 trials. To bypass the trials, I left you a gift at the dungeon's entrance. Buru's boots. Those, along with the amulet you and Phasma stole, should help. The glass is powerful, Dove, and well guarded. But you're the only one who walks free of the Hierophant's gaze. It's all up to you. There's the Isle of Flame, where any who aren't quick on their feet will burn. Use Buru's boots to tread safely through them. Then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth of hidden paths. You'll just have to find a way through, Dove. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's a demon that can't be killed.
But if you use the Rhythm Amulet, you can curse it like Phasma was. The story goes that they're drawn to the glass like thieves to a jewel. Wouldn't doubt it. The hall is a strange place by all accounts. Supposedly, they thought the glass could help them see, but the Guardian will let nothing near. There's the Isle of Flame, where any who aren't quick on their feet will burn. Use Buru's boots to tread safely through them. Now then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth of hidden paths. You'll just have to find a way through, Dov. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's an Iskaru that can't be killed, but if you use the Rhythm Amulet, you can curse it like Phasma was. Nasty bit of ruin from what I heard. Legend says an old king reigned there with his wife. Wonderful too, I reckon. Halls of flame, magical mazes, but it's a bad ending. His wife was a monster all along. And by monster, I mean demon. So the story goes, at any rate. Will take a thief of good class to break in, and I think you're just the fit, Dove. It's in the Blackened Hall. Place has a nasty reputation of being, well, a death sentence. The trials within aren't insurmountable. I nabbed a few familiar items to help you with them. Buru's boots and the Amulet of Rhythm. You've got your work cut out for you, Dove, and I've mine to do as well. Let's get moving. That's the Glass of Ambien, then. Nicely done. And it says the Missives are... very interesting. I'm saving that for another time. Now, there's one piece of this puzzle missing. We need to find out who the Hierophant is. And to do that, we part ways, for now. Your path lies in Sun Camp, to the south. Lay low, take some jobs, and we'll end this soon enough. It's not like here, Dov. The heat's enough to kill the smile on a traveller, and there's not a lot of shade. Act inconspicuous. The Hierophant's still watching, and will learn that you survived, but not that you suspect anything. While you're there, speak with camp's leader, Arjine, and get some work. Hopefully, it will distract the Hierophant. I'll find you soon enough. She's quite a harsh one, but mostly harmless. I blame it on the sand what's out there in Detir.
We have a new arrival in Sun Camp. I have heard tell of a traveler, a true thief with skills in metal. I assume that is you. Your arrival is a blessing of the Hierophants. I hope it will distract my camp from these idiotic rumors of Grim Onwig and his crusade. Very well. There are enough travelers in this camp speaking of this Grim Onwig. We must show that the work still waits. You are versed in our order, and we esteem the blessed Hierophant highly here. Go to the shrine in camp and pray if you wish for work. Yes, he wishes to change countless years of tradition because of a misplaced personal grudge, apparently. That can't end well. A poorly made joke, surely. You must pray before the shrine of the Hierophant. Blessed be the all-seeing eyes of our guide. Farewell.
Welcome to the sun.
So the Shade has come to Sun Camp. I have seen what happened to Phasma, such a tragedy. Lucky that you escaped it. I am reminded of a desert parable. An eagle, proud and fierce, was told that none could fly higher than the sun, and that the sun saw all. The eagle took flight with its great wings to block out the sun's light. It could not blot all the light, but it always cast its prey in shadow. You mean who is the eagle, who is the sun, and who is the prey? The lessons of parables lay in the mind of the listener. But you have come. I will have need of such obedience, from what is being said of Grim Onwig and his pathetic plans. The travelers will learn who provides for them and who should occupy their thoughts. And your work will be the conduit for this message. Very well. Your assignment is to steal the Master's pick. It is said to open any lock. I have seen the pick in a small jewelry box on the personage of a Lauren Create. Find her in the Odessa laboratories. It is an artifact of great power, sought after by all thieves and rogues, for it is said that no lock may withstand its magics. There is some form of confusion around this item. It was on a Lauren, but it is unclear if something has occurred. Strike quickly. There is some manner of uncertainty at work here.
Interesting. Taller than I would have thought, but still, you will serve as a subject. You are the guest at Sandstone Villa, correct? Otherwise, I'll have to look elsewhere. This is a city built on principles. It is the gnomish ideal. Our plans, followed diligently by many workers to perfect harmony. Whispers have spread through town about the work done there. The work that involved a certain someone in present company. This experiment will conclude a decade's worth of study. It is to observe kinetic mana aggregation. I've collected a number of wild specimens from these lands at great expense. I wish you to fight them while I observe. There are 2 reasons. First, you're not in the Hospitalis quarters, which means I can legally use you for a subject. Second, you were present at Alistar. Don't deny it. I've learned enough. You must have been exposed to powerful magic. Very good, very good. I'd like to get started immediately. Please meet me in my laboratory in the Edessa mine. I've been a researcher in Edessa for so many years, I forgot when I began. It coincided with the start of my study, on the rise of magic. The grand proving ground of knowledge. Here, a researcher can make a claim, experiment with it, and follow its results all the way to the Basilica. If you aren't enjoying the sights of the walls, then have you seen the Arcadium, or the markets? There might be more of use to you there. A private area for you to fight the specimens I've amassed for this experiment. When it is concluded, I promise that the rewards will be worthwhile. Now come, we must depart. So long.
You look like you have some free time on your hands. Care to earn a bit of coin? Uncatalogued tomes are stored and protected in warded containers. If you save me some time, I'll pay you well. All I need you to do is go to each container and dispel the ward on it. I'll pay you for each one you manage to dispel. Excellent. I'll have some brought up. They'll be in the upstairs alcove waiting for you. You can find them upstairs. I'll pay you when you've dispelled some of them. It is truly a wondrous place. The work I've been able to accomplish that they've sponsored, truly marvelous. I'm responsible for going through vast amounts of experiment results and distilling them into concise data. With that, the Basilica Nostra can qualify our findings. We process all the data from experiments both housed internally and externally. Once compiled, we send it on to the Basilica Nostra. A pleasure.
Yes.
Hello there.
You return, box and all. Boxes are for opening, young thief. But still, this task can be held completed. Except it is not. There is no way into this box nor its contents. How can this pick be of any use to us? This note mentions Guyon Stebic. He's with Motus Mining. Break into his laboratory, find this Aravis engine, and use it to free the key then. From what I'm able to surmise, the pick was confiscated from Aloran because she was to send it to Guyon Stebic, an outcast scholar. Guyon seems to have some means at his disposal which Aloran thought could free the pick. This device called the Aravis engine. Break into Guyon's lab and you can use the device to free the pick from the box. In the Hierophant's name. Farewell.
Who are you? Bandit? A scavenger? State your business here. My what? Why, absolutely not. Who sent you? Who put you up to this? Stay away from my laboratory. Leave me. Goodbye.
Hey there.
There is something curious at work here. The Hierophant predicted that you would steal the Master's pick, and you come back with this. I've hated Arcia for years. Always speaking truth, always. But this job, this failure, is a fallacy. How could the Hierophant be wrong? Never mind that. There is a more pressing matter at hand. The Hierophant has another task for you. You must pray at the Hierophant shrine in camp. It is the only means of conversing to our guide. Farewell. And lastly, you arrive. There is something hesitant in your step, I see. But it is not your step that concerns me. I have learned that an enemy of the Travelers is soon to meet his end. Mon Cointaker has been sentenced to execution. His is a sordid life, and his will be a fitting death. He was a cutthroat, a brigand, a highwayman, and former traveler. He left my flock when we would not serve his gruesome tastes, and with his bloody ways he amassed a great fortune coveted by many. It would be if he was not a monster and a cutthroat, but despite this, Mon has amassed a sizable hoard before his arrest. He has cost the Travelers dearly many times, and sullied our name with his murders. Let the Travelers see the price of those that cross me. He is being held in Convict's Cavern in Apatir. He will give you the key to his hoard. This I have foreseen.
Hi.
Got a few odds and ends for sale. Yeah, if you're looking for that. So long.
You want to stay clear of this hole. The ones we got locked up inside are the worst of the worst, and that says a lot in Apatir. Let me work. Mind yourself.
Well, looks like one of Arjean's blew in here. Wonder what the guards would do if I called them over. But Mon won't do that, though it sounds a bit of fun. You are a traveler, aren't you? Suppose Sun Camp came to gloat. Rats in the desert fighting over my table scraps. Only now they have a shot at the whole feast. More likable than you spineless travelers, at any rate. Oh, come now, I can't be all that bad, can I? Maybe I did slit some throats. They'll still remember me as the richest son of a bitch in Apatir who laughed in the Hierophant's face. I can't believe I ever walked with you cowards. Can take a man's livelihood, but not his life, eh? Well, they've welded my door shut until I reach the gallows, so it's yours. But this is only part of the key you'll need. See? I'm a fair man. I gave the other pieces to the Zungars and the Dark Varis. They're looking for my treasure right now, and I don't think they'll share. This is what you scabs get for picking at Mon's bones. Claim my gold if you dare. Arjin can hold my debt fulfilled if you survive. Ah, my old stomping grounds. Would that I could see it now, filled with eager Zungars and Dark Varis, spilling their blood for my gold. It's hidden in Snaketail Grotto, but the Zungars and the Dark Varis are probably at each other's throats trying to get it. Good hunting.
Mind yourself. Yeah? What?
Looks like Mon managed to pull the fast one on pretty much everyone. You know, I remember a time when the Hierophant couldn't be faulted, couldn't be fallible. Guess that's just sand in the desert breeze, Dove. I've found the Missives of Sable and how to get them. I need you to steal them for me. The Hierophant's power is clearly waning, and all the travelers will suffer for it eventually. I chose this path because of vengeance. I was wrong. It's the future of the travelers what's at stake. We're close, Dove. We'll be ridding the travelers of that problem soon enough, right after you get the Missives of Sable. Amongst travelers was the best place to be before this Hierophant led us astray. We'll be recapturing that freedom, Dove, with that book you'll be stealing. With a proper bit of skill, you're going where no thief of these lands has stepped foot, in the vaults beneath the Odessa Livrarium. Seems to be where the gnomes hide what they don't want found, missives included. I've arranged for Phasma to meet you there, and show you the way in. He knows as much as I've told him. I'd have shown you the place myself, but after own stand, I might be recognized. Phasma's got a good head on his shoulders. He'll help you just fine. These are gnomes we're dealing with, Dove. Forget gold, wine, and power. They prize knowledge above all else. I suspect something to be in those missives that means a great deal to them. But who cares? They've got the book, and we want it. Now go. When you've got it, I'll be waiting for you with some friends in the hospitalis quarters. It's the giant ornately carved stone bloody feather in the gnome's enormous cap, that's what it is. The gnomes built a warren into that crater, and a secret one at that. The safest fort in the Phalanx, and we're robbing it. I ain't exactly what you call literate, Dove, but all our fortunes lie with that tome. Yours, mine, and the Hierophant's. I need you to do the impossible. Break into the vaults beneath Odessa's Livrarium. For those that know of it, breaking in is a quick way to the noose. Lucky for us, you thwart death at every turn. Well, most turns, if I hear things right. Meet Phasma in the Livrarium. He'll tell you the rest. Get on with you.
Another?
What? Yes?
What can I do?
What?
Glad you decided to show. Can't say I wasn't antsy with all these squirrel-headed gnomes staring me down crosswise. But let's be quick-like about this. Before you go into the vault, I've got to run you down on what's needed. Grim learned that the gnomes enchanted the missives with a spell that lets them know its location at all times. Trilgarin came up with a solution. The Shroud of Omission. Cover the book in this shroud and the gnomes will forget it exists. Now, are you ready? This is a one-way trip. Once you're in, You'll have to find your own way out. Some old book. Don't look at me for what's in it. The value that those cursed scullions place in the Missives is what concerns Grim and I. I don't know if Krilgarin made the bloody thing or stole it, but she said it's one of a kind. Place an object under the shroud and all the world forgets it existed. Seems useless, eh? But in the right moment, it's a damned waggish bedlam. Fair enough. Wouldn't be so keen to jump into that den of Skane's mates myself. I'll be waiting here for you. Come by when you're ready. Egg-eating, swill-sucking, take-it-in-the-eye for a side, twig-wrenching traitor. Stew-brained wretch. Send me to die, will he? He'll get his. I swear it. They say this place is the bright center of knowledge, but there's a coldness beneath these floors, like something hidden. Been a bit since we crossed paths, hasn't it? Well, after I got free of that curse, I joined up with Grimm's crew. Ain't been some lily-liver after what happened at Rithen. I'm stronger now, faster. Better thief than I ever could have been under the Hierophant. I don't know if Krilgarin made the bloody thing or stole it, but she said it's one of a kind. Place an object under the shroud and all the world forgets it existed. Seems useless, eh? But in the right moment, it's a damned waggish bedlam. Lot of followers with their heads in the clouds. They're not seeing things because they're too busy kissing the Hierophant's dung-covered boots. I'll show them. Let's do this.
Yes?
It's you! Back again? Reckon you've Grim learned Krilgarin can... Now, are you ready? This is through this floor grate here. You'll have to do what you can to keep your bearings. It's a maze down there. And be careful. There might be pint pots, but these gnomes will become vicious if they get wise to you. Right, you better go. Be quick about it. I'll distract them. Let's do this. Surrender! Now!
What's needed?
What?
Missives of Sable. I'd like to see what these pages hold. But that needs to wait. Keep that shroud on it. The time has come. While you did this, I finally learned who the Hierophant is. Argene of Sun Camp. We're taking her down, Dove. All of us. One last plan, one last job. The biggest we'll ever pull. I know now. I've had my suspicions, and the last one has been put into place. The Hierophant is Argene of Suncamp. I've told Argene that I know her secret, and now she's asked to meet me in the ruins beneath Suncamp. While we're there, you're going to plant the missives on Argene, and the gnomes will have her in chains, like she would have done to me. Argene tried to hand me to the gnomes for stealing the Missives of Sable, a book they value greatly. Only you saved my life. She tried to do the same to you and Phasma in Rhythm. After that, we started putting my true plan in motion. I found the Missives of Sable and found the Hierophant's identity. Now, we'll frame her for the crime she tried to have me killed for. Too easy, for one. Even if this started with a need for vengeance, the plan's grown bigger than that. Argene's leveraged her powers to become nearly a goddess for the Travelers. We need to show them all the truth. When word spreads of the Hierophant's arrest, they'll know for certain that their faith was misplaced. The meeting with Argene's a front. While I keep her occupied, you, Krilgaren and Phasma will be able to move unrestricted. Where we're going is the Hierophant's lair. It's likely got some enchanted defenses. Krilgaren will be there to help with those. Meanwhile, Phasma will lead the gnomes to the ruins. You plant the missives on Argene, and the gnomes will take her away while the world watches. Phasma's got the tricky part. He's going to lead the gnomes to the ruins beneath Suncamp. That way, once you plant the missives on Argene, the gnomes will move in and take her down. Krilgaren will be your support. The Fae have many powers and sensitivities. I figure she'd be best suited to helping you. I doubt Argene would invite me without having some form of security. Krilgaren will help you get past them, so you can plant the missives on her. I'm the bait. I told Argene that I would expose her identity to the Travelers, so she would ask to hold court with me. With luck, I'll have her gaze long enough to let you plant the Missives of Sable on her. Good. To keep the element of surprise, you'll be using a secret entrance to the ruins. It's one of the graves in Suncamp. Once you're in, meet with Krilgaren. Now, we've got to move. Do your part, and hopefully we'll see the end of this job. It seems that the Hierophant made themselves a little hideaway beneath Suncamp. It's a monument to her abuses, her power. We'll topple that place as well as her. In an Arathi ruin beneath Suncamp. I suppose the place is the Hierophant's retreat. I discovered it while you were in the Odessa vaults. I made you a secret entrance. One of the graves in Suncamp will drop you right into the ruins. See you there.
Yeah?
What's needed?